What a wonderful time to be alive, isn't it? Isn't it? When you got a show like this? I have been excited about Heated Rivalry ever since it was announced that it would be a thing. I have a friend that has HBO Max, and I was like, girl, you know there's a show. They put a show on there. It's a gay show. It's you know I like that stuff. I'm one of those BL readers. Been so for a long time. And I've actually watched quite a few gay shows, although I feel like the times have changed. Back then I was watching like Queer as Folk, stuff like that. I wouldn't say it was the best representation. I mean, I guess I can't speak for those people, but I just feel like those were some dark times. Although I did enjoy Queer as Folk, but I'm not trying to compare Heated Rivalry to Queer as Folk. Completely different tones. This is just me reviewing episode 1. I will continue to review each episode, and there'll be a video for each episode. Literally cannot watch episode 2 until I'm done with this. I'm holding it ransom, okay? This is my second channel, so I am going to have to make another introduction. Hello, my name is Savette. On this channel, I'm going to be talking about television shows, life stuff, travel stuff. It's going to be everything that is not the anime or Japanese rock that I normally talk about. I hope this channel can expand because I really do love watching stuff and reviewing stuff, and I don't only watch anime, so it's nice to be able to review some other things. So yeah, if you're coming from over there or coming from TikTok, hello. Welcome. I'm going to be posting lots of reviews of shows that I'm interested in watching. I don't watch everything because I'm very picky, right? I'm very picky, very picky, very picky. I'll be posting here from now on. And yeah, I wanted to keep this short and sweet. Let's get started with my review on episode 1. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is talk about all the things I liked about episode 1. And I'm hoping some other girls picked up, like other girlies that are watching, picked up on all of these things as well. Let me know if these things were significant to you. I feel like the first episode of Heated Rivalry was actually pretty good. The very first thing that I really liked was the build up in the beginning. A lot of spicy stuff I see between gay men usually has this pace of urgency. Which makes sense for men. It's not too big of an issue for me, but with Heated Rivalry, there's like this urgency balanced with an adequate amount of steadiness in the way that Ilya and Shane handle each other. And I really, really love this. For example, there was a scene where they were exercising and then they were sitting across from each other after working out. They were like panting, Ilya was sweating, and they were looking at each other up and down, like sizing each other up. The entire moment was chef's kiss. Like, I enjoyed the several obvious signals of physical attraction being thrown months before they even actually touched. It wasn't too slow, it wasn't too fast. In my opinion, the pacing between the two of them, the build up between the two of them, was perfect for most viewers. Oh darn, my candle just went out, all the little smoke just went up. It actually looked very visually pleasing, but I digress. I love the background music. That's the next thing I really enjoy about this show. Electronic music is so sexy, and I love it when it's paired with like intimate scenes. So anytime the music started, I was like, yes, yes, give me that, give me that tension. Not even just the music, I really enjoyed the use of sound and the setting of tones in the overall show. I think they did a really good job with that. I don't know if that's going to continue on in each episode, but in episode 1, it was nailed. Like, it really set the mood. So I'm really hoping that other people will agree with me on this. Like, I'm really hoping that other people will feel the same way that I do, because this was one of my favorite things about this show. The show minimizes the stuff that I do not care about. No offense, but I don't particularly care about hockey or sports in general, so my worst fear going into a sports themed gay show was that Heated Rivalry was gonna just fully throw the ins and outs of hockey just at me. But to my surprise, Heated Rivalry dances around the hockey process. It's like they dilute the sports aspect of the show for people like me who don't care about sports. They also save the viewer time by giving time skips between the guys seeing each other instead of making us wait several minutes or several episodes. I usually do not favor time skips or like the passing of time, but in this series, I'm happy to have them. The show flows in a very useful way by stripping all the unimportant, disinteresting things out and focusing on Ilya and Shane's build up in their interactions. And I really can appreciate that because I ain't trying to see hockey. I can take a little bit of it. I am a sports anime fan, but this and that are two different things, right? Y'all know, if you watch sports anime, it's like a cathartic experience. It's not like real life, okay? It's not like real life at all. The next thing I enjoy about the show that I feel like is really important, I think it's a big part of the show. I don't know if it's going to continue to be that way the next couple of episodes, but I feel like it's going to be a reoccurring theme, right? I enjoy the juxtaposition of what's driving both men to play and win. So far, episode 1 has shown that there is a big difference between what these hockey matches mean to Hollander and what they mean to Rozanov, right? For Hollander, it looks like the importance lies in prestige, in the prestige of it all. Representation included, of course, him being like half white, half Asian, right? And for Ilya, it seems like the stakes are higher. He's supporting his family, their bad habits. It's constant pressure. It gives some explanation to Ilya's spontaneous behavior. His involvement with Hollander seems like an outlet of sorts, you know, in an otherwise very suffocating life. And you know, one of the things I can really appreciate about Ilya, despite being in the situation that he's in, is his tenderness with Shane in episode 1. I don't know if it's gonna change. I hope it doesn't, but that's one of the things I really enjoy. Like, I freaking love the consent checks and the gentleness towards Shane's inexperience. And despite Ilya's consideration of Shane, he still has duality, right? Oftentimes in a lot of gay media, there's the personality type of the tender, caring person who is the way they are because they're like deeply in love with who they're with or with who they're bothering. They're devoted, they're angelic and incapable of getting off with anybody else. And then there's the opposite, like the twisted, whorish individual with like no regard for the comfort or emotional well-being of whoever's body they decide to use for that night. Like, they go around insatiably sleeping and like treating partners poorly. It's usually one or the other. These opposing archetypes are usually very black and white. So it's nice to see that Ilya is, yes, careful and open with Shane, but at the same time, not some like love-struck puppy who refuses to sleep with anyone else. He has things going on in his own world besides Shane, and he does give into those urges. He's not a prince, he's a normal dude. And I hate to say it, I really don't want to say it, but Ilya is like hypnotizingly hot. Well, I'm sure Ilya isn't everyone's type. He's not even really my type. I think Heated Rivalry gave us an actor that radiates the type of suggestive energy that makes one desirable, if that makes sense. Oftentimes in stories where characters are strongly drawn to one another, I'm sitting there like, yeah, I don't get the appeal, like, good for you, but I don't understand. But seeing Ilya, I was like, oh yeah, that'll do it. I really hate being attracted to like ridiculously hot people, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. The locker scene where both of them were showering and they showed Ilya from like the hip line down. Well, it wasn't down, sorry, the hip line up. I need to chill. When they showed this man from the hip line up, I was like, Lord! And then they showed him from behind. I was like, Mary, Mother of Jesus. Like, he had a whole bakery back there. Like, no wonder my guy Hollander can't take his eyes off him. That man has taste. Ilya's so freaking hot, and it makes me mad because I think, is it a stereotypical hot? It's not a stereotypical hot. It's more like he is probably what somebody would think of as hot. No, that's stereotypical. I don't know how to describe it. I wouldn't say he's the stereotype of what's hot because he has like a look to him that is seasoned. They put some of that seasoning on him. I need to move on. There was a very, wow, this is a terrible point. You know, let me see if I could find it and hopefully it won't be naughty, you know? Obviously I can't show what happens here even for science, right? But I need y'all to just give me a moment to gush. There was a very brief finger sucking scene in this. I about lost my mind. Finger stuff? Oh, look at my fingers. Aren't they cute? Stuff with fingers in fiction, in books, and in television. It's like, it's so sensual. I just love it when finger stuff happens. If you haven't watched episode 1, that's pretty vague. It's nothing like very vulgar. He just puts his fingers in his mouth. I was screaming at my screen. Like, my son came out of his bedroom. He was like, Mommy, are you okay? And I was like, oh, I'm okay, honey. Just watching a very intense game of hockey. I had actually quickly rewinded my screen as soon as he opened the door to my room. Like the couple of seconds that they were playing hockey, I managed to find a scene. Then I didn't watch the rest of the first episode until he fell asleep. Honestly, even though I seem moderately chill, I wish I would have watched this in my old apartment. Even after my son fell asleep, I still had to calm down my screaming every time these men so much as breathed in each other's presence. Occasionally, when I'm watching stuff alone like this, I become a giggling, screaming mess. And I kept making like screams in my room. So my son was like, "What's going on, woman? Like, what is your problem?" Even then, I had to tone it down because it was getting to be too much, okay? I can't just scream the whole episode. But that's what I was doing. I'm sure there will be more screams that I'll have the opportunity to make in future episodes. This is just a review for episode 1. You know, I was thinking to myself, especially as a BL consumer, that it's really nice to live in a time where like this type of stuff is coming out and it's a little bit, not even a little bit, this is like way more mainstream than the things of my past. I'm super excited to watch the second episode. I had to hold off. I was like, no, can't watch the second episode until I post this review, because I'm really passionate about talking about TV shows, but it's just like I start binging and then I just don't remember everything, and then that's the end. Goodbye forever. Let me know if any of these things stood out to you guys. Oh, this is going to be posted on my new YouTube, so there's nobody here. which is fine, But if anybody's there, let me know if any of this stuff stood out to you as well. So far, I love the first episode. I hope it does not go downhill. I've been avoiding spoilers on TikTok like the plague, purposely, because I don't want to see it. And it's been working. Thank God for that algorithm. I don't interact with heated rivalry content. I probably won't until I've watched every episode. So these are very organic reviews. I have not listen to anybody's opinion on the show. Literally, when it pops up, I just skip over it because I'm like, nope, don't want no spoilers. Don't even want hints of a spoiler. I don't even like beating around the bush of stuff that could possibly be a spoiler, right? So yeah, these are likes so far. Hopefully there'll never be any dislikes. Hopefully I will love this show down and it'll just be like the perfect specimen to examine. We'll have to wait and see.